And what I know about gossip and negative talk is people are gossip and people are negative based out of insecurity. When you are insecure and you feel like you can't connect to another person, one of the best glues that you can find is negative news. And so what happens to people that aren't very comfortable with each other and they aren't very tight with each other and they're a little insecure in the relationship, what will happen is they'll get on something negative, and negative news brings people together. If you notice people get together, then when it gets quiet, somebody bring up how bad the economy is or how bad the news is or how bad the government is, and negative news connects people. And so I knew what was going on here was he didn't quite know what to say to me and all that, so he started with this negative stuff, and I didn't let him get traction on that. I didn't get into that because I don't feel like my role as a believer and a follower of Christ is to stand around with a lot of people talking about a lot of people that aren't there. That I think that I'm supposed to represent Christ in that environment. And so I just kind of changed the subject and talked about how great a backhand he did and how my backhand was even better. And I just started talking about something different. Now, if you're working in a place and you are just like, you're like a smokestack of negative information about where you work, I think you need to do one of two things. You need to go talk to the people that are in charge and process your concerns and then be done with it, or you need to work somewhere else where you could be positive, because I think it is incongruent with being a follower of Jesus and being really, really hyper negative in the work environment with what you say. If you think I'm even close to telling you the truth, say an amen. That's right. That's right. I and some other staffers here at Bayshore, we went up a couple months ago to hear Craig Rochelle, who pastors Life Church TV in Oklahoma. He's got these multiple campuses. He has like the second or third largest church in America. Incredible leader and all that. And we went to hear this guy, and I mean, I'm writing notes like crazy because he's a smart guy and he's got things happening and he's a good leader, and I was learning a lot. But you know, I remember really, really one thing he said. It was a corny story he told, and I got the notes so I can go look the notes up. It was good stuff, but here's what he said. He said there was this bird flying south in the wintertime, and it was really, really cold. And he said this bird, got a late start, and he's flying south, and the wind was blowing against him. It was really cold, and so he wanted to take a break, and so he landed in this pasture. And he's there, and he's freezing, and he's cold. He's got icicles on him, and he's thinking he's having a horrible day, and the wind is against him and all that. And as he's sitting there thinking all these negative things, a cow walks over him and puts a big plop of manure on top of him. He says to himself, well, I didn't think it was getting worse. It's getting worse. He was just really, really mad. This bird was really, really mad. And the bird, all of a sudden, after a while, he realized that manure was warm. He was warming up. The ice was melting. He's feeling fine. Man, it's warm. So he got feeling so good, he started singing. He's just singing away. It's like birds sing. He's just singing away. And a cat heard him, and a cat dug him up and ate him. Now, Craig Rochelle said there's three morals to that story. He said, number one, everybody that dumps manure on you is not necessarily your enemy. And number two, everybody that digs you out is not necessarily your friend. And number three, if somebody plops manure on you, keep your mouth shut. How many know? No, I don't. This is not you. This is for your neighbor. I know you don't do this. It's not you. I'm talking to the person next to you. How many know that sometimes when you get manure dropped on you, the best thing for you to do, the most spiritual thing for you to do, is to just keep your mouth shut? If that sounds like that, maybe God say amen. So a work ethic, a good work ethic, it's not simply not taking things I shouldn't take, but a work ethic, a good work ethic is your mouth, what your mouth says.